In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the inner tie rod bellow boot on your Nissan Armada. Located behind the front wheels, let's get started. Using a 21mm socket, we're going to go ahead and remove the lug nuts. Remove the tire. We're going to start by taking out the pin. For that, I'm going to use a small flathead screwdriver to bend back the legs. Next up, I'm going to use needle nose pliers to straighten them out. I'm going to go ahead and wiggle it out. Next up, using a 19mm socket, we're going to go ahead and remove the nut. Remove the nut. Before we remove the outer tie rod from the knuckle, we're going to go ahead and just make sure that this nut is loose. Using a 24mm wrench, go ahead and crack it loose. Now that we know it's loose, we can go ahead and take this out. Using a hammer, we're gonna hit right around here to pop it off. Just like that. We're gonna go ahead and remove the outer tie rod, but before we do so, we wanna make sure that we count how many times we spin this over, because we wanna try to get it as close as possible to the alignment that the vehicle currently has before you replace the part. Remember, it is always recommended to bring the vehicle to an alignment shop, but this is gonna get you close. So in this case, I'm gonna go ahead and count 1, 2, and I'm just gonna keep going all the way. Every vehicle is gonna be different, so do not go by my measurements. 3, 4, 5, 12, 13. Let's call it 13.5 turns. Now we can go ahead and remove this knot. Using a 17mm wrench, I'm gonna hold on to the inner tie rod on this side. And to get the knot out, I'm gonna use a 24mm socket to remove it. Just like that. Now using a pair of needle nose pliers, we're gonna go ahead and remove this clamp. We're gonna go ahead and squeeze it and just slide it out. Put it to the side, we're gonna be reusing it. Next up, we have to remove this clamp that's on the inside of the boot. And for that, I'm gonna use a pry bar and a hammer. We're just gonna be hitting on this little tab right here, which is gonna break the clamp, because this is a one-time use. Go ahead and remove the clamp. Remember, these are only a one-time use. Now we can go ahead and grab onto the inner side of the boot and slide it out. And now we can go ahead and slide the whole boot off. And now what we want to do is just push the wheel all the way to the other side, and that's going to help us install the boot. It's going to bring the tie rod in, and it's going to be easier for installation. And now we can go ahead and install the new boot. Line it up with the hole and make sure that you bottom it out at the end. Next thing, we're going to be using a zip tie to install the back of the boot. What I like to do, I like to just get it started, just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and slide it on. And now we can finalize the installation from the bottom. Now we want to make sure we install the zip tie on this groove, and that's going to hold it in place. Go ahead and slide it on. Get it tight. And now we can cut off the end. Using a pair of cutters, go ahead and cut it. Now we can go ahead and move the wheel the other way so we can install the other clamp. Install the clamp and slide it all the way. Go ahead and install the nut. For now, just put it almost all the way. Do not bottom it out yet. Now we can go ahead and install the outer tie rod. If you remember, I did 13.5 turns. Like I mentioned previously, that amount will not apply to your vehicle. That's just what I'm gonna do for this one. I'm gonna go ahead and just get this snug. And now we can go ahead and install the tie rod to the knuckle. Line it up with the hole. Install the nut by hand. And now we're just gonna get it snug. Do not tighten all the way, we're just gonna get it snug. Now we can go ahead and torque it to 40 foot-pounds. In the case of this jam nut, it does not have a cotter pin. The jam nut itself will hold it in place. Now we can go ahead and tighten our jam nut. If you can fit a torque wrench on this nut, the torque spec is 109 foot-pounds. In this case, I'm just gonna get it tight with a 24mm wrench. Now go ahead and install the tire, and now make sure you bring in the vehicle to an alignment shop so it can get professionally aligned. Install the tire. Install the lug nuts by hand. And now go ahead and snug them up in a star-shaped pattern. With the vehicle on the ground, we're gonna go ahead and torque the lug nuts to 98 foot-pounds in a star pattern.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.